Hello there. My name is Eogilvie, and I'm a senior enterprise account executive with QuickBase. I would love to tell you how we are used by over half of the Fortune 100 companies to create custom applications regardless of your technical acumen, but I promise you 60 seconds, so let me start the clock. Right here, you guys will see something that probably looks familiar. It is an Excel file. In this case, it is a list of contacts, so addresses, phone numbers, names, titles, all that kind of good stuff. What I'm going to do is copy this entire spreadsheet. I'm going to come over into QuickBase where you can create custom apps in a number of different ways. You can download from over 900 of our pre-built templates. If you're in a techie mood, you can create a new app from scratch. But in this case, I'm going to import that Excel sheet, paste all of that data in there that I copied. Real quickly, I will make sure that these fields line up. So company is a text field, contact is a text, title, let's make this multiple choice. Just for fun, I'm not even going to import addresses right now. Let's leave those out. One more, do not import this previous client. Let's actually make that a checkbox. We're going to keep rolling through. Phone number is phone. Notes, why don't we make this a multi-line so you have some extra room to type. The rest is multiple choice. Let's click create. We're going to call this Excel. Oops, that's going to cost me time. QuickBase. These are all called contacts. Click OK. How am I doing on time? I am over by 13 seconds, but we now have a live cloud-based QuickBase application where all of your data now lives in the cloud in a completely customizable application. So since I have obviously failed you and gone over on my time, feel free to go ahead and disconnect and close this out and be disappointed. However, if you still have a little bit of interest, I'm happy to walk you through and show you what QuickBase is all about, talk really briefly about some of the core functionality. The first thing you're going to see when we imported that data is your dashboard. So you log in the morning, everything is sitting here right in front of you to work off of. You can click into anything. Hey, let me see all my direct mail contacts. It'll open the list of all those fields. You can invite other users in here, so no more emailing around Excel sheets, waiting for updates. Everything is happening live in the cloud, real time. Now on your dashboard, you can completely customize this. So let's say I want to add a search bar up here at the top, and I want this report to sit right here. I want to move things around. You can put pictures, you can put links to websites, links to different types of reports, pretty much anything you can think of, you can have sitting right here on your dashboard. So now if we dig into an actual field, when QuickBase first imported it, it doesn't necessarily make it look overly fancy. It just brings in all the data. But as mentioned, everything in QuickBase is completely customizable. You can make it look, make it feel however you would like it to be. The main thing as well, your business changes. There are times you need to start tracking things you didn't track before. Maybe things all of a sudden don't become important. In this case, this is a list of your contacts. Let's say you didn't track addresses before, but now all of a sudden you need to. Instead of calling a developer or ringing up your IT team and saying, hey, we need to add something to our application, with QuickBase, you right-click. I'm going to add a field after this one. What are we going to call this? We're going to create a new field, and it will be an address field. You select your field type. It can be everything from, we have formulas down here if you're a fancy person, emails, phone numbers, all that kind of good stuff. But in this case, it is going to be an address field. So we click done, and that has now been added not just to this form, but every other record you guys are keeping track of in QuickBase now has the ability to add that information into it. Let's do it in reverse. Let's say, who the heck tracks fax numbers anymore? Why do I need to keep track of this stuff? You right-click on here. Oops, let me put it in edit. It'd be nice if I knew how to use my own product. Come down to fax. We right-click, and we're going to say remove this field from this form, and it is now gone. You are no longer tracking those things. And of course, you can also make this look the way you'd like. Let's say you want phone number and email on the same line. Maybe you want to move your notes up a little bit so they sit right here. We click save, and again, you're just customizing as you go to make it look and make it feel however you would like it to be. Just to touch on some of the core functionality, beyond dashboarding, You can set up roles and notifications. You can say, every time this information is updated, I want you to send a notification to person X, Y, and Z. You can automate processes, set yourself reminders of when deadlines might be coming up, subscription reports. Speaking of reporting, another major key, again, everything is live data. It is all living in the cloud, so you can build reports on the fly. All sorts of different fancy types of reports, charts and graphs, and pretty much everything you can imagine. In this case, because it looks pretty, let's do a map report. In this case, I only added one address, so it's not going to look overly fancy, but let's go ahead and just click save. And it's going to go ahead and pull that up on the map. By the way, everything is clickable, like I mentioned, so you can jump in there, take a look at a record. We are 100% mobile capable, so if you are on the road and you want to get directions to where you're going, you just click into it. It integrates with Google Maps, so you can pull everything up right there. And again, on this dashboard, let's say, hey, that thing was really pretty. I want to put that map report right here next to this one. You drop and drag, you click what report you want to have there, and it is now on your dashboard. So we have reporting, we have dashboard, roles and permissions, probably the most important aspect of QuickBase. Sometimes you have sensitive data, you need to control who sees what and when they see it. You can actually control access down to an individual field level within QuickBase. So again, you're kind of seeing a real quick overview of how quickly you can create and customize, turning this thing right here into a live cloud-based application. And before you know it, before you click around too much, all of a sudden you find yourself with a nice, pretty application like this template that has already been completed, where you have kind of your fancier dashboard. You have your roles built in where, hey, let me see what the team members can see. They can only see their own stuff. You can do all sorts of other things like searching. So let me see all projects. Maybe Acme is the company I'm working with. I just do a global search and it pulls up every record I have that has anything to do with Acme. All sorts of more fun stuff that I can't squeeze into this limited amount of time, and I've obviously gone way over from what I told you. But hey, would love to have a conversation. No pressure, maybe 5 minutes. Shoot me over your spreadsheet and let's see what it looks like. I will do the same thing I just did. I will import it into QuickBase. I'll create a pretty little dashboard, invite you in to play around and click, and you can decide if it's worth discussing a little bit further. Thank you very much for your time, and all of my contact information will be provided if you would like to have a chat. Thanks. Bye.